talk a little bit more about how your drawings and your storytelling can help you become a better reader and a better writer. If you've been watching some of these, you've learned a lot about how this will help you as you get ready for school. And you might remember that another time I showed you the papers about how to draw a person and how to draw a house. Well, these are going to be in a packet that you're going to get, and the house is what we're going to talk about today. But we're not going to draw the outside of the house today. That'll be the next video. Today we're going to work on what to do when you want to draw the inside of your house. So first, let's stop and think, who is always in your story? Do you remember? Have you listened before and heard some of these videos? If you have, then you know you are always in your story and I am always in my story. So I'm going to start with my body. Remember the song we did once before? Head, body, arms and legs, arms and legs. That helps you to know to draw your whole body. So I'm going to start with my circle for my head. What shape do I use for my body? An oval. I'm going to do how many legs? And feet. 2 legs and 2 feet. And my arms for this story are going to look a little bit different today. They're going to be reaching like this. So I've got my arms out. Now let me tell you about when you're drawing your house and you're thinking about your story being inside your house. Am I going to add a sun up in the sky? No, not clouds, no grass. So I need something that tells people when they look at my story, where is she? What room is she in the house? If you were drawing your story in the kitchen, you might draw a rectangle like this. Do you know what that could be? Maybe a refrigerator or a cupboard. Or if I drew something like this, do you know what that might be in your house? A bed in a bedroom. So these are things that will help the person that looks at your picture and reads your story to know where your story is taking place. Well, my story takes place in our front room. That's what we call it in my family. At your house, you might call it a living room, or you might have another name for it. But we had a fun time over break. Maybe you remember back to your break, we did some celebrating at my house. So I'm going to work on me first. I'm kind of turned sideways. You can see by how my arms are reaching. And I'm going to use a blue for my eyes and my glasses. That will help people to know that it's me. I'm going to choose a color for my hair. And I'm going to stop and think, is my hair really long or really short? Mine is kind of in between. So I'm going to add my hair. And now I am ready to tell you the story. This story takes place when we were celebrating at my house, and we were excited about the start of a new year. Maybe that's something that you celebrated at your house, and it took place in my front room. So I'm going to add some things so you know that I'm in the front room. I'm going to draw a light hanging up on my ceiling or my roof. And let me think. I'm going to put a little bit of light kind of shining out of it. So I'm going to use a color that might look like a light. Kind of looks like a sunshine. But look, it's not a whole circle. It's a half or a semicircle. Then at my house, the light in our front room has fan blades. You have any fans in your house? They stick out like this. So this is how I'm drawing the fan in my front room. Well, we were getting ready to celebrate for the new start of the year. And I had what's called a party popper. Have you ever heard of those? Can you say that? It sounds kind of funny. Party popper. It has 2 P sounds to start it out. And a party popper is kind of like a cylinder, or sometimes it's a little bottle shape. Let me draw that part. Mine was kind of a little bottle shape, and it has a string that hangs out this part. And do you know what you do with a party popper? When you want to celebrate, you hold on to the popper, you hold on to that string, and can you guess what I did? I'm going to pull that string to make it pop and help add to our celebration. Well, it kind of makes a loud noise, so I was a little bit nervous. I had a hold of the string, I had that popper pointing up so that when it shoots up, did you know confetti can come out? Confetti is little tiny, sometimes they're colorful, pieces of paper. And streamers can also come out. I'm going to practice my streamer over here. Sometimes when you get to school in your journal, you might practice before you do your drawing. Streamers are spirals. Watch. They're kind of fun to draw, and sometimes I even do a loop back. That's what a streamer would look like. Well, at our celebration, I had my party popper, I had my string, I was getting ready to pull it, and I think I kind of did this because I knew it was going to make a loud noise. I think I might have kind of closed my eye. I'm not sure how to draw that. But I had my eyes closed and I pulled it and it made a really loud noise. And I opened my eyes and I looked down, and guess what? Do you know how many streamers were on the floor? None. But it made a loud noise. The popper worked. Can you guess what happened? If you guessed that the party popper went up, you're right. The streamers went up, and can you guess where they went? They got all caught up in my ceiling fan. There were no streamers on the floor. I think there was some confetti, but there were streamers hanging from my ceiling fan. I was glad it wasn't spinning because that might have been scary, but it did look pretty festive and it added to our celebration. So maybe the next story that you draw could be about a celebration at your house. Maybe you could think back to a time that you celebrated a birthday or a special holiday, or somebody came to visit and you had a special meal. Think about what room in your house on the inside that you want to draw, and then add something to give a clue what room you're in. You could add a carpet or a rug if you had a carpet on the floor, but our floor doesn't have a rug, so I'm just going to use that line. Now, I haven't added my words. What could my words be for this story? I think I'm going to say, look, the streamers went up. So I'm going to add those words. First I do my look. And I'm going to add that exclamation point. Remember, we've talked before about how there's a surprise in your voice. Look, the streamers, I use lots of different letters to do my words, went, where did they go? They didn't go down to the floor. They went up. And that was an extra surprise at the end of my story. Well, I hope you have fun drawing a story from one of your celebrations. Next time when you come back, we will do drawing your house on the outside. But for today, that's it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.